Okay, so welcome to the session on the type species Calotes versicolor, and in this presentation we will be looking in detail on the Calotes digestive system. So Calotes digestive system, it is formed of alimentary canal and digestive glands, and here you have the alimentary canal. The alimentary canal, it is a convoluted tube beginning from mouth, ending in cloacal aperture, cloaca. Uh, it includes the mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, the stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and ending in cloaca. So the mouth here, in the case of Calotes, it is a wide transverse slit bounded by the upper and lower jaws bearing teeth. Both the jaws bear the teeth, and the teeth are small, conical, and all the teeth are similar in size and shape, and hence it is referred as homodont teeth. And these are directed backward. They are attached with the inner lateral sides of the jaw bones, and such type of dentition is known as pleurodont dentition. Okay, so in the case of the Calotes, the dentition, it is homodont because they are all similar, and it is pleurodont because it is attached to the inner lateral side of the jaw. Okay, it is backwardly directed as well. Obviously, this is the type of dentition they have. It is not adapted to chewing. Instead, it is adapted to catching and holding the prey inside the buccal cavity. The mouth leads into a large and dorsoventrally compressed buccal cavity. In its roof, open into the buccal cavity, the roof of the buccal cavity do have openings of internal nostrils, and on the floor it is they have a narrow, elongated, fleshy, protrusible tongue which is bifid in front in the tip. Pharynx, it is posterior part of the buccal cavity, and here you can see the pharynx. It is the posterior part of the buccal cavity, and at the back of the tongue is present the glottis opening. In the pharynx, they also have a pair of lateral openings of eustachian tubes and a posterior wide opening, the gullet, which leads into the esophagus. Esophagus is a straight, narrow tube passing through the neck, dorsal to trachea, and opens into stomach. The stomach, as you can see, it is wider, it is muscular, cylindrical tube, which is expansible or like stretchable, and it is little wider than the esophagus. The stomach is not quite distinct into, you can see here, it is almost same size, so it is not distinguishable into cardiac stomach or pyloric stomach. It leads in the this part, it is the pyloric stomach, but it is not distinguishable. By the pyloric stomach, it opens into the small intestine through a pyloric sphincter. The small intestine, it is a long, narrow, coiled tube, and its small anterior U-shaped portion over here, it is the duodenal part. Okay, and the posterior, much coiled part here, this one, it forms the ileum. Right, so duodenum and ileum, it forms a small intestinal portion. The duodenum, it receives the you can see here the bile duct as well as the pancreatic ducts. The ileum leads into the large intestine or the rectum. Here you can see the rectal part. Okay, now the point where the small intestine joins the rectum, the rectum is produced into a small ceca, the rectal ceca over here. So here you can see the ileum, it joins with the rectum, and at the junction they have a protrusible structure known as cecum. Okay, it is a short rectal ceca. The large intestine, it is a small sac-like thick-walled tube opening into cloaca, and by a sphinctered anus, and the colon is absent. Here, cloaca is linearly subdivided into coprodium, urodium, and proctodium. The proctodium opens externally through a sphinctered cloacal aperture. So the whole cloaca, it is divided into three portions: the coprodium, the urodium, which receives the urinary bladder, the proctodium, which opens out through the cloacal aperture. So this is the structure of the cloaca. So here you can see this is the complete alimentary canal through which the food passes. Okay, so mouth, buccal cavity, the pharynx, esophagus, stomach. Then we have the in small intestine, which is comprised of the duodenum, a small portion, and ileum, very high, long, coiled portion. The ileum joins the rectum, and at the junction they have the rectal ceca. Then the rectum opens out through the opens into the cloaca. The cloaca is divided into the coprodium, which receives the rectum, and the urodium, which receives the urinary bladder, and proctodium, which opens out through the cloacal aperture. So this is this simple structure of the digestive, the alimentary canal of the Calotes. Now, regarding the next part of the digestive system, it is the digestive glands. Digestive glands includes mucus and salivary glands, then gastric glands, liver, pancreas, and intestinal glands. In the buccal cavity are present few unicellular mucus and salivary glands. Uh, the major digestive glands include the liver and the pancreas. The liver is a large, you can see the bilobe structure here, the right lobe, and this is the left lobe of the liver. So it is a large bilobed structure, brownish in color, and it is placed on the dorsal side of the stomach, behind the heart. The gallbladder, as you can see, it is a small rounded sac lying in the cleft of the lower margin of the right lobe of the liver, and it acts as a reservoir for bile that is secreted by the liver cells. The bile duct from the right liver lobe, it opens into the duodenum, upper part of the duodenum here. Pancreas, on the other hand, it is a whitish elongated structure situated in between the stomach and the duodenum. So this is the pancreas, and it is present between the stomach and the duodenum. It opens into the duodenum by separate pancreatic duct. It secretes the pancreatic juice, which is alkaline in nature and contains three main enzymes. The most important enzymes in the pancreatic juice includes trypsin, amylopsin, and lipase, meant for the digestion of protein, carbohydrate, and lipids respectively. The unicellular gastric glands, okay, so these two are the major glands, and when we speak about the other glands which support the digestion, we have the gastric glands on the wall of the stomach. The gastric glands, they are unicellular nature and are present in the walls of the stomach, inner wall of the stomach. Okay, and these secrete the gastric juice, which contain the digestive enzyme pepsin, meant for the digestion of proteins in the food taken in. Besides these, we can also find unicellular parietal glands also present in the wall of the stomach that secrete hydrochloric acid that can like make the pH of the stomach acidic, that can help in activation of the pepsin enzyme for bringing about the protein digestion. Now, when we speak about the food the Calotes takes, we have already seen it in the previous presentation. That is, Calotes mainly feeds on smaller insects. It may also feed on smaller lizards or other smaller organisms. It catches its prey with the help of the sticky tongue and takes into the buccal cavity, where the teeth, the backwardly directed teeth, help it to hold the prey inside. Digestion occurs mainly in the stomach, where the hydrochloric acid and pepsin react on the food. The hydrochloric acid makes the medium acidic and that kills the bacteria as well, while pepsin reacts with the food protein and breaks the protein into peptones or proteases. Later, partly digested food enters the duodenum, where the bile from the gallbladder neutralizes the acidic chyme and emulsifies the fat portion of the food. In the duodenum, we can see that the alkaline pancreatic juice also mixes with the chyme. It reacts with the protein, carbohydrate, and fat components of the chyme. The enzyme trypsin reacts with the protein and converts it into amino acids. Obviously, the peptones and proteases which had been formed in the stomach is also getting converted into amino acids inside the duodenum. Amylopsin reacts with the carbohydrates and transforms into glucose, while lipases acts on the fat, emulsified fat, and it converts it into fatty acid and glycerol. So all the major components of the food has been broken down into simpler forms that can be absorbed. and this absorption takes place in the ileum region of the small intestine. The undigested food is stored in the rectum, and it is like ingested out periodically through the cloaca. So this is regarding the digestive system, and which we have already seen that the digestive system is composed of alimentary canal and the digestive glands. And we saw that the major digestive gland is the liver and the pancreas, and how the digestion is brought about with the help of the glands associated with the stomach, with the intestine, with the uh, enzymes released through along with the pancreatic juice, and how the bile helps in digestion of the fat. Okay, so this is all about the digestive system of Calotes. Thank you.